Good evening and God bless you all. So this weekend's been pretty difficult for myself. I got a bit emotional, and basically I just realised that last week I didn't have that real intimate time with God. So on Saturday evening and Sunday, all I done was spent time with God. Sunday I completely sorted my room out and chucked loads of stuff out, and I was really praying to God. And it just comes to my heart that without that relationship, it is like so important to have it. You can't just build a relationship on speaking to someone once a day and expect it to be perfect. It's not going to happen. Last week, being with Lawrence and Kim, I know a lot of people think that living in this household is completely like, oh, you've got each other and rah rah rah. And I really noticed last week that those guys get challenges just as we do, if not a lot more. And I've really seen that every person in this house has just got an individual relationship with God, and it's nothing about each person. It is about their commitment with God and how they are in true relationship with Him. And it's not okay, it's good that they all believe in the household, but God doesn't do miraculous things just for Lawrence, Kim, Danny and Andrew. They have to be committed with God and completely have that relationship intact. And I really noticed this yesterday. I was speaking on the phone, and like sometimes you could feel like God isn't working within you, but the stuff that was coming out of my mouth was like God was really working through me. And I sat there and I nearly cried of happiness, and that's the first time I nearly did. And I was just sat there. I was like, thank you, God, for your grace and mercy over my life, because without Him I certainly wouldn't be here now, and I certainly wouldn't have been able to see what I've seen throughout these last few years. But my question is, are you truly believing in God? Because it's okay, like I used to do it, and I believe I can now teach this because I used to be that person that I used to come to fellowship on a Thursday, and I used to think my week was going to be completely sorted if I didn't practicalise the things. And it really showed me, even from last week, it is completely about that everyday relationship. I spent 5 hours with God yesterday, just in my room and completely worshipping Him, and my spirit was so lifted, and I felt complete sense of peace. And it is, but if you don't truly believe that God is going to do these things, and you're not going to make the effort to do it, then it's pointless coming. Like this is so not a game. And I can also say this as well, because my attitude was so wrong before. I used to think, oh, it's alright, I can just pray in the morning and everything will be alright. And my attitude sometimes when I come to fellowship, I'd listen, and I think that's why I went off for long, because I knew that I couldn't have done the things with the attitude I had, and sadly I've missed out. And I really was nearly brought to tears yesterday, because I thought, how much have I actually missed? It has been said in the fellowship for years now, like that relationship is so important, and I've truly seen how much I've been missing out. But I'm happy I've seen it, and I couldn't have come to this place without God humbling me. And from what I've seen, this is not a game, and it is so true life, and people are playing a dangerous life. There is no grey areas in this. You're either in it or you're out of it. I was halfway, and it's only now I've been committed that everything's coming to me. But I'm just praising God, and I'm really just trying to get my relationship as good as I can get it. Okay, sometimes we make mistakes and we do slip, but you just come back to God and you just keep going to Him. The verse of scripture I want to go to is Matthew 17:20. You don't have enough faith, Jesus told them. I tell you the truth, if you have faith, even as small as a mustard seed, you could say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible. If we just believe on what God is saying and forget the world and forget what is people are trying to put into our minds, the world is trying to put into our minds. If you truly believe in God, then mountains from our lives can be truly moved. Nothing is impossible with him. But you've got to move with him. You can't just expect him to move for you. You've got to move with him and do it with him and get into that bedroom. That is such an important thing. I can't believe how much I've missed out and how much I used to ignore it. My attitude was so wrong, because now I truly see that even if it's just an hour in your day, that will switch your day completely. But if you miss it, it's so not worth even missing the time with God. If you'd like to turn to Mark 11:24. I tell you, you can pray for anything, and if you believed that you received it, it will be yours. And that's pretty self-explanatory. You can pray for anything, and if you truly believe, truly believe, you will receive it. And I've also learned that you can't just pray to God and then go on your way. You need to pray to God and sit there and listen. Listen to what he wants and listen to what he's saying to you. It may take 10 minutes, it may take an hour, but just stay in that small silent place, that secret place with him, and just listen to him, and he will give you the answer. And Philippians 4:13, you can do, and it's nothing special about anyone in the Tor household. It is your commitment to him. You can do all things through Christ. You just got to believe it, and you've got to put it into practice. And when you practice the things, you can see you can do. Half the things that I thought I couldn't do, I'm now seeing I can do, but I can't do it. Christ within me can do it through me. And I can't do those things. I've really realised over this past weekend, all for the past 2 years that I was away, that every mistake I made, I was only trying to come close to God. And that is the only, and I remember I used to say, I'm completely going to be committed now. And I really felt it in my heart. But then I got slid away, pushed away from it. And the devil just grabbed me. But this time, from the conversation yesterday, I know my commitment is so true that I can't even explain how I felt yesterday from everything that I was speaking, that any condemnation that tried to come upon me in the last few months, few weeks, everything just revealed itself yesterday. The only reason I did it is because I wanted that relationship with God, and that is the only reason why I messed up, because I didn't have that relationship with God, because I didn't think I could get there, because I didn't believe I could get there, and I was thinking it was going to be such a long journey to get there. But it takes as long as you want it to. And even these past few weeks, I believe I'm growing daily because I'm in that secret place. And the next verse is 6, 33. Matthew 6:33. Seek the kingdom of God above all else and live righteously, and he will give you everything you need. Seek him. And when you seek him and you find him and you get to know him, everything will be added unto you. I have before, I really wanted what Danny and Amber had, and that was my focus. I wasn't focused upon God, I wasn't focused upon what he wanted, but I believe, and it did happen, that when I got into a relationship, if I wanted what you had and you wanted what I had, it could hinder us, and it completely hindered me. That I wanted a relationship, but it completely hindered me. It hindered my walk, and I couldn't have that because it wasn't of God, for one, and for two, as right now and at that time, I cannot be in relationship with God and be in relationship with someone else. I can't do that because my relationship with God will break down because I put my full focus on the man, not full focus on God. And it's taken me a long time to learn that, truly, but I have no fear over my future. Today I can stand here and say I have no fear over my future because I know God has truly got my future in his hands, and I would not let go of that. It's taken me so long to get to this point, and I'm glad for what I've been through because I wouldn't have learnt this, and I would have also thought, what if? But that is completely cut, and tomorrow is another day, but I don't care about tomorrow, it's about today. Can you turn to, no, sorry. So 6:34. So don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow brings his own worries. Today's trouble is enough for today. So don't worry about tomorrow. It's in God's hands. Everything is in God's hands as long as you give it to him and you sacrifice your life to him, then he can truly work with you. Don't worry about it. You don't know. Jesus could be back tomorrow, and if he's back, then how are you going to feel? Like, obviously we're all going to be excited, but about the things we've done, you don't want to regret that. You haven't done enough. And I'm so happy that I've come to a place that now I can see me growing and growing and growing, and when I do meet Jesus, that I can say I've done enough, or I've tried to do enough, as much as I feel like I could have done. It could have been tomorrow, it could be tomorrow, but you don't worry about tomorrow, you worry about today. Can you turn to Hebrews 11:6? And it is impossible to please God without faith. You've got to have that faith in God. Because it's just, if people think that this is some kind of feel-good thing and this Bible is just full of the positives that can bring high positivity to your life, you're wrong. And if you think it's a game, you're losing. You are seriously losing. You've really got to understand that this is so real and and it takes a while to get to know God and have that faith in him with everything you do and everything that is going to become. But as long as you have that faith in him, everything will come to pass. Anyone who wants to come to him must believe that God exists and that his rewards those who sincerely seek him. Again, seek him. Go into that bedroom and find him and receive him. Be silent. Worship him. Put your hands up to him and Jesus. Thank them. Thank them that for everything that's coming. Don't fear. God has not given us a spirit of fear. And I used to be so fearful over so many things. And that is because I didn't truly trust God. And I now can see that my faith is just growing and that my fear is dying. And it's such a peaceful place to be, and it's so lovely to know God and be in that relationship with him and just spend time with him. I'm so gutted I missed out for so long. And if you'd like to turn to 3 John verse 11. Dear friend, don't let this bad example influence you. Follow only what is good. Remember that those who do good prove that they are God's children, and those who do evil prove that they know God. Do you truly know God? Are you truly seeking him, be in relationship with him? Or are you believing in the devil? Are you truly going to him? Are you truly trusting him and having faith in him and having that confidence with him? Or are you believing what the devil is saying? Lies, hurt, all that stuff is completely of the devil, as we know. But until you know God, you won't know all this. And if you'd like to turn to Deuteronomy 4:29. But from there you will search again for the Lord your God. If you search him with all your heart and soul, you will find him. That's pretty self-explanatory, to be fair. There was just a couple of things that I read about attitude, and one of them was, you are where you are and what you are because of the dominating thoughts that occupy your mind. What are you thinking? Are you thinking godly thoughts? If you've got a bad attitude about certain things, or are your thoughts completely of the devil? Are you letting him ruin your mind? Because what is in your mind will come out in your face and come out in your words. And you need to truly lock into God and completely occupy your mind with his thoughts, and his thoughts will become your thoughts. And I just really encourage you to really seek God and go and find him and have your thoughts as his thoughts, and really speak to people, speak the word to people, because you will surprise yourself of what Christ actually does work within you. And I've really noticed this weekend, and through when I thought that stupidly that I can't do it and that I'm not going to be able to, like, nothing's really going to come out when I speak. But once I got in there and I got that passionate and I was saying all the things that need to be said with the word and bringing everything back to the word, then I seen I can do, and you can do also. You just need to believe it. I thank you. Whoa.